The product line that Agile has produced is a positive consuming experience. And if the product line is a positive consuming experience, then what you just turned to me to respond to, how does that impact my business? What I've learned is that unfortunately there are a small percentage of people who share the conviction that we three have about the validity of the network marketing industry. Now, why is that true? It's because the vast majority of those who review our information have to have vision, they have to have foresight, they have to have faith. We're all so lucky because we get what? The benefit of hindsight. We've lived it, we've seen it, we've had the successes, and sure, we've had our bumps in the road. But for us, we can see with greater clarity. What I've learned is that this product idea is one that so completely resonates with so many different categories of people that they have confidence delivering the business message because of it. The positive consuming experience makes them willing to tell someone about our business. Now, the second part of it that I find to be of incredible importance is I want people to be able to arrive at a conclusion quickly. If you today are reviewing this CD, I'm hoping very much that when someone gave you the CD, they also gave you 2 examples of our products. I want you to see, touch, taste, feel, consume, review, and be able to arrive at a conclusion in the shortest possible period of time. In my estimation, I'd love to have that take place in 24 to 48 hours. I invite you to make a decision now. I can tell you that product velocity is of huge importance in our business. There are countless people in this industry who unfortunately have got box after box after box of products stacked up in their garages, in their basements, in their closets. Why? Because they bought them because the comp plan said to, not because they had a consuming or business promotion need. What I find here is product velocity that is simply greater than anything I've before seen in the industry. Don't know if that answers your question.
Hey, Randy Gage back again, because you know what else is this market you talked about? I had no idea. I don't have a problem with pills. I'm out there on the softball field. I'm taking 3 ibuprofen without water, Amazing how many kids cannot take pills, how many elderly people can't take pills. And then I'm just discovering all sorts of middle-aged people who just hate choking down pills and tablets and capsules and stuff. And I have to tell you, from the how it impacts the business standpoint, these gel packs are the single sexiest product sample I've ever seen in my career in the business. And the other thing about what Randy was discussing was people get it. They don't need 15 lab reports. They don't need 10 DVDs or CDs from medical doctors explaining it. You say suspension gel technology, the nutrients get in your body quicker. Everybody's read these stories, seen the articles about vitamins that just pass through your body and you get little or none of the nutritional value. People get the concept the minute you say it, and that's what's driving the business growth. The sexy product concept that everybody gets right away.
Hey, Eric, I just have to comment real fast on this, too. I've been, as you know, in this industry for 15 years. 15 years later, have I ever one time had one of my children demand a product that I was involved with?
Never.
Never. I could never convince them to take it. I mean, not one instance. Well, my daughter, Summer, she every day takes a lunchbox full of Min to school. Because the kids, they think it tastes like Sour Patch Kids. It is a treat. I've got moms that are so excited because their kids are consuming it. It's a positive consuming experience that creates conversations, and the result is that we got some new people coming into the business. Some are just product users.
So that's why you're making all these millions of dollars. Your daughter is doing all the work.
It's all about Summer. That's exactly right.
All right, guys, let's keep it moving. We've talked about the company, that the company needs to be solid for an opportunity to be viable for everybody out there. We talked about the products and encouraged everybody to go do your homework on the products and try the product out yourself. We're confident that you're going to have a great experience when you do that. Third thing let's talk about is this compensation plan, because I will tell you what, I've written compensation plans. I've consulted with companies on compensation plans. I know compensation plans, and I have never seen anything work with such perfection in my entire life. This thing is a thing of beauty, and it's difficult to try and describe it in detail on an audio CD like this. But guys, can you at least try and describe some of the benefits of the compensation plan? Because when I looked at it, what I saw is 2 things. Number 1, I could make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And number 2, I could help a lot of other people make a lot of money. It wasn't I was going to win and they were going to lose. I wasn't going to win because of their efforts and their pain. They were going to win and I was going to win. It was a win-win situation. So, Randy, I know when you looked at this, you were blown away. So can you describe at least some of the benefits of it?
Well, like you, I've been a consultant and helped work on compensation plans. I think Randy Schroeder's done the same thing, all 3 of us. And what I saw is This Quadra plan actually takes the best. There's 4 major compensation plans in the industry. And if you've never been in, you don't need to know what they are. And I don't want to bore you with a bunch of jargon. But the fact is, there's 4 types of plan that have been working for 50 years. And each one has some limitations. You got a breakaway plan where you sponsor someone and then they break away from you. And you could lose some money, or it blocks you from getting income. There's plans where a lot of your organization is out of your pay range. So even though you've developed a group, you could have thousands of people that you don't get any of that leverage on. And this binary plan, which I've hated my whole career, where they wash the volume every week and it goes up to the top 3 people at the top of the company and all these other little people are never making anything. All those been eliminated with the Quadra plan. They took the best elements of those and then these innovations. And I'll let either one of you guys talk about this leverage matching bonus, because this is just poetry in motion. But those kind of things showed me that, yeah, just like you, I said, yeah, of course I could make a fortune with this, because I've been around. I know how to do this business. But I know my goal is drink out of a coconut money. And the only way I get drink out of a coconut money is I've got to have a compensation plan where my people can make a lot of money. Can't be a bottom-heavy plan where everybody can make a few $100s right away, but there's no money at the top and you have a leadership drain. And you can't have one of these heavy hitter plans. And we know there's a lot of those in the industry where you got a couple of poster boys and poster girls at the top who are making a few $100,000 a month. And for every one of them, there's 150,000 people who don't even make $200 a month, or they don't make enough to take their family to the movies. This is the most balanced, fair, and I think one of the things I've heard Randy Schroeder talk about is how it rewards you for taking the correct behavior. And that's what really drives the plan, I think.
You know, I'd like to comment just a little bit on what my requirements are for a comp plan, and Randy Gage just hit it. My first fundamental requirement is that the comp plan first provoke and then reward the business-building behaviors that cause not just you, but people throughout your structure to become successful and that guarantee and assure the long-term success of the company. I say a lot and I say it fast. You know what? There's almost nothing in our industry that does what that little phrase requested. Then when we get down to the nuts and bolts of it, for me, I think that it is absolutely critically important that a person make money fast. Now, my counterparts here on this panel have been very successful for a lot of years, and it probably didn't matter a whole lot to either one of them whether they made a big check their first month in terms of their bank account. And I can tell you that for me it did not. But you know what did matter to me, Eric? What mattered was that the compensation plan make it possible for me to generate a big enough check so when people said, "How's it working for you, Randy?" I could say, well, my first month results were. Now, you see, we all have our own frame of reference here, and how much is enough in that first check to provoke further interest in your circle of influence? I can't know because we all have different circumstances, but you know what? There are compensation plan provisions that make it possible to generate a meaningful income quickly. I can tell you that there are 4 people that I've personally enrolled whose first checks were over $10,000. I mean, come on, and these are people who had never earned a check for $1,000 before in a month in the network marketing industry. That's not typical, is it?
No.
The ability to produce a meaningful income quickly. Second, you know, we referenced earlier in our discussion that there has to be a way in this industry to do it on a true part-time basis. Most people don't become full-time immediately. Well, you know, the network marketing industry has so many things that I love. One of the things that I find challenging is that to a new person getting involved in our industry, is it possible for them to look at the compensation plan of 6 different companies and understand them? I don't think it is.
No, they really can't. Most people wouldn't have a clue.
It's new terminology. I mean, gosh, Randy said breakaway, and he said binary. Well, you know, what exactly is that if I'm a brand new timer coming to the business? And what is this volume figure and that volume figure? The point is that people get involved in companies having a hope and expectation that they can be part-time, and it's fundamentally impossible as a result of the compensation plan provisions. So the second requirement that I have is that you can invest 10 hours per week and have a real significant financial outcome. That's true in this plan. The third thing, Randy talked about drinking out of a coconut money. Let me interpret that for you. It means that he doesn't want to have to show up and do it again. It means he wants to work, and once he's done it and he's accomplished his goal, he wants to check out. I mean, isn't that what you're saying?
You got it, baby.
Okay, I understand that too. You know,
I wasn't looking for a job. Like you guys.
Listen,
I've got a multi-million-dollar company. I've made a lot of money. I've got plenty of other business ventures. I looked at this and said, here's an opportunity to create a leveraged income cash machine, turn on the faucet, and then leave it running.
Well, and let me comment on that just for a second, because a lot of people, I think, when they look at network marketing, this is for the down and out people. Right. This is for the spouse who's not working people to try this. This is this little hobby thing. This is for people who've never had two nickels to rub together to be able to do it. Oh, Randy Gage is a multimillionaire the day he joined. He already had it.